Shoveling is great exercise. When the snow starts, I always intend to shovel my way out of each snowfall to stay fit, but after my first few snowstorms, my intermittent back pain pays a visit, and I give in to the calls of the snowblower. Before we get started on breaking down the best snowblowers on the market, we've included links in the description to various pricing options for the products mentioned, so make sure you check those out. Starting off with the best overall snowblower, we have the Toro SnowMaster 724 QXE gas snowblower. There are a few features that make the Toro SnowMaster 724 QXE gas snowblower stand out. First, it's not a traditional single or two-stage blower, it's more of a hybrid. It has a single helical auger that moves 10 times faster than your usual two-stage blower. This sends the snow up to 40 feet away. The personal pace self-propel system moves the snowblower at your walking speed, and a joystick allows you to adjust the chute direction and angle. The clearing width is 24 inches, and the snow cut depth is 16 inches. Toro sent me this snowblower to test. Unfortunately, my town hasn't been hit with a significant snowfall yet, so I haven't had a chance to test it out. However, I can comment on the shipment and assembly process. The blower was delivered on a pallet by a semi-truck. The instructions for setting it up were pretty simple, and I had it up and running within half an hour of cutting into the box. Stay tuned for my full review once Michigan gets a few snowstorms. The Toro SnowMaster 724 is the wire cutter's top pick. The reviewer found that it was the fastest snowblower he had ever used. It beat out several larger and more expensive models. He also noted that the joystick chute adjustment was smooth, and the personal pace drive system worked as advertised. However, he mentioned that it did have some hiccups on steep inclines and uneven surfaces. Moving Snow recommends the snowblower for people with paved driveways, up to 2 cars wide and 150 feet long, that live in areas with regular light snows and the occasional heavy snow. The reviewer notes that the snowblower handles heavy, wet snow well and can take on deep snow piles. Busted Wallet, Snowblower, and Snowblower Guides also recommend this model. More than 86% of the people who reviewed the Toro SnowMaster 724 QXE on the Home Depot website gave it 4 or 5 stars. The most common comments revolve around how easy to use the unit is and how it has a good size and weight. Buyers found that the lightweight and personal pace function made the snowblower easy to maneuver. One owner raced his neighbor who had a comparable driveway and a 2-stage Arian snowblower. The SnowMaster completed the job in half the time. Next up, we have the best 2-stage snowblower, which goes to the Cub Cadet 2X 26-inch HP gas snowblower. There are 2 features that set the Cub Cadet 2X 26-inch HP gas snowblower apart from the competition. First, it has dual LED headlights, which is important since the only opportunity many of us has to clear snow is when it's dark outside. It also has zero-turn, posi-steer power steering that allows you to turn the blower around with just one hand. There's a 26-inch clearing width and 21-inch intake height. Another cool spec is the 16 by 4.8-inch tires, which provide solid traction. Club Cadet backs the 2X 26HP with a 3-year limited warranty for residential use. Consumer Reports recommends the Club Cadet snowblower and gives it top ratings for controls, handling, plow pile removal, and owner satisfaction. The only metric it didn't score better than fair on in the tests was noise. Moving Snow recommends this model for people with a 2-car driveway that's 100 feet long and is in an area that gets up to 60 inches of snow a season. The reviewer liked the 2 headlights, smooth chute controls, and how much traction the tall tires afforded. About 82% of the buyers who reviewed the Club Cadet snowblower on the Home Depot website recommended it. Several of the buyers commented on how helpful the power steering and ease of handling are. Another commonly mentioned benefit is how far the machine throws the snow. It easily clears double-wide driveways, and the steel chute adjusts effortlessly. For the most part, buyers have found unpacking and assembling to be simple, but the instructions cover 4 different models, so be careful to choose correctly. Up next, we have the best single-stage snowblower, which goes to the Toro PowerClear 721 e-gas snowblower. At 87 pounds, the Toro PowerClear 721 e-gas snowblower is incredibly light for a gas-powered snowblower. This, along with the Power Propel self-propel system, makes this single-stage unit easy to move around. Another cool feature is the Toro Guaranteed to Start warranty, which states that the blower will start on the first or second pull every time in the first 2 years. If not, the company will fix it for free. The hard plastic body has a 21-inch width, and the tough plastic auger makes constant contact with the surface for efficient clearing. The wire cutter recommends the Toro PowerClear 721E for smaller properties that get less snow. The reviewer liked that the snowblower is light and compact enough to move around like a mower. However, he points out that single-stage blowers are not ideal for gravel or grass since they can pick up and throw stones. Also, this blower has trouble with more than 6 inches of snow. Consumer Reports didn't review the 721E, but the site did review the 721QZE, which is virtually identical, except it costs $160 more than the E and has a chute control on the handlebar. The PowerClear receives top scores for the controls, handling, surface cleaning, plow pile removal, and owner satisfaction. Consumer Reports recommends it and gives it the highest rating of any single-stage gas snowblower. Approximately 69% of the people who reviewed the Toro PowerClear 721E gas snowblower on the Home Depot website gave it 5 stars. The most common positives associated with the machine are that it's self-propelled, lightweight, has a good size and weight, and it's easy to use. The most helpful reviewer appreciated how well the 721E handled an early season slushy snowfall with ease. And as a smaller person, he liked that he just guided the unit rather than pushing it. Another buyer had his PowerClear break down after a single use, but Toro arranged to have it repaired for free, and it worked great after that. In at 4th, we have the best cordless electric snowblower, which goes to the EGO cordless electric snowblower. For a battery-powered snowblower, the EGO SNT2102 cordless electric snowblower can do a lot. It has a 21-inch clearing width and can handle snow up to 10 inches deep. There are also 2 bright LED lights that will help you clear your drive before taking off for work in the morning. The SNT2102 comes with 2 5.0 amp batteries. The batteries last up to 45 minutes, and the charger takes 45 minutes to charge each battery, so you may want to consider picking up extra batteries if you have a lot of area to clear. The reviewer at Pro Tool Reviews used the EGO cordless electric snowblower to clear off a pond hockey rink. In 15 minutes, he cleared 6-inch deep snow, going full throttle with the LED lights on, and there was still plenty of battery power left over. The reviewer notes that the heavy snow was launched about 28 feet. The reviewer at Home Fixated recommends this machine because it was easy to set up, runs quietly, and handled the 6 inches of wet, heavy snow that he received. More than 700 buyers on the Home Depot website have left 5-star reviews of the EGO cordless electric snowblower. The most helpful reviewer was impressed with how it handled his area's record snowfalls and saved his back. Assembly was also quick. Other buyers mentioned that they appreciated that the blower is quiet, the batteries appear to last for at least 30 minutes, and it folds up nicely for storage, though one reviewer noted that the chute has to be in just the right position if you want to fold the handle. Last but not least, we have the best affordable snowblower, which goes to the WEN 5662 SnowBlaster Electric Snow Thrower. The WEN 5662 SnowBlaster Electric Snow Thrower is an electric, single-stage blower that relies on electricity provided by an extension cord. So if you have a long driveway, this may not be a reasonable solution. But for small jobs, it can be great with its 18-inch clearing width and 13.5 amp engine that is supposed to clear 490 pounds of snow per minute. The thrower only weighs about 39 pounds and is backed by a 2-year warranty. Home and Garden Tech recommends the WEN Snow Thrower because it takes less than 20 minutes to set up, can clear wide and deep paths in a single pass, and it stores easily. However, the reviewer notes that the chute tends to clog up when used in wet, heavy snow. Several other expert sites recommended this model, including Backyard Boss, Whack Your Weeds, and A Green Hand. Around 81% of the buyers who reviewed the WEN 5662 SnowBlaster Electric Snow Thrower on Amazon gave it a positive rating. Jeffrey Peterson, the most helpful reviewer, gave it 4 stars. He was used to a big gas 2-stage blower and took this out with 10 inches on the ground. It ran as quietly as a table saw and threw the snow up to 15 feet. He was mildly annoyed by the safety switch turning off on its own and requiring resetting. Another buyer mentioned that the WEN performed better than a gas blower friends had given him, and it also handled plow piles. So that sums up our top snowblowers of 2019. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.